I want to be that hybrid athlete where if I had to run, I can do it. If I had to scale a wall, I can do it. If I had to, I don't know, rip a car door off, I could do it. That to me is what it, like the epitome of being a good father is. And then once you hit that status, it's like, how can you improve on it every single day? Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Battle Ready Show. I am joined with my good friend Leighton today. We got an interesting one today. I'm excited. We're going to talk about how can you possibly save someone else if you're not even prepared to save yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think it says everything you need to say is all in that one statement alone, man. It's just it rings true for sure.
Yeah, dude, because I mean, when I was in my worst condition, and I think we've talked about this on a previous show where I was like, dude, I literally had this unrealistic realization where I was like, if I was being chased by a dog and I had to like scale a wall, it was over for me. It's game over. I'm dog food.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. But I'm talking about saving the fucking whales or some shit, or like worried about the environment. Yeah. Bro, you can't even save yourself. What's up? You know what I mean?
Is that really the inspiration of why you thought about bringing this episode specifically? Because I'm curious on the inspiration of why. Like, is that like you just had that vision, or did something like that happen to you in the past? Like, what was like the moment where you're like, that's a good topic to talk about?
Oh no, this is multiple sales calls. I'm talking to guys.
Okay, that's what.
And they're talking about the fact that they're out there and they're saving lives. They're doing this, they're doing that, whatever the case might be, right? They're all about the environment or protecting the fucking seals or the whales or some shit.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, the only whale you need to fucking save is the one looking back at you in the mirror. Let's start there first, right? Because you can't even save your fucking self.
Yeah.
You can't even save yourself from the fucking Coca-Cola and the Snickers and the pizzas and the donuts, but you're worried about saving a fucking whale? You are a whale, bro. Save you first.
I feel that. That makes sense. Because you like, think about it. Well, obviously you could think of the little situation where you're in danger, you know, someone's coming after you or an animal's coming after you or whatever. Can't climb the tree, can't hop the fence. You can't swim long distance because you're not in good shape, whatever it is, right? Physical, but then also, like you said, the mental battle too of walking past a donut shop and not being able to just walk past it. You have to go in and get something. You know what I'm saying?
It smells good.
Yeah.
Like you walk past, you're like, oh man, this shit smells like me.
Exactly.
Let's get some.
Exactly.
And then even if you did get some, like get one.
Right.
You don't need a 24 tray donut.
Exactly.
It's like it's unnecessary.
Right.
I mean, it's a good. I could polish it off.
You gotta have the platter, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't just stop with
We
one.
like variety.
Yeah.
So you got to get like a bunch.
Yeah. I couldn't even do it if I wanted to, man. That's why it's so easy, because people might be talking about, bro, you never been fat a day in your life. Listen, man, maybe I wasn't on that side of the scale, but I definitely have been really skinny. You're not saying I'm big now, but either way, like, I think when it comes to saving yourself and being able to protect yourself, and you know, and this whole topic, it doesn't matter what you look like, whether it's really skinny, whether it's really big. It's kind of unhealthy either way. You should eat. Then so for me, I'll speak for myself. Eat the right foods. Feed your muscles what it's supposed to be fed. Work out. Be disciplined, and then put yourself in a better position to where you can actually look the part and not just saying you're saving and doing this and that. It's because hypocrite, bro. It'll be exposed one day for sure. Is what I'm trying to say.
Always.
Yeah.
But it's even bigger than that, because now you're a father. I'm a father, and it's like, if you didn't take care of yourself and I didn't take care of myself, how could we possibly take care of those in the immediate circle? But then again, you're sitting there going, oh, I'm going to save the fucking planet. Bro, you couldn't save your family if the shit hit the fan. I'm very confident that if I needed to rip a car door off its hinges, I could fucking do it. To save my daughter, my wife, or my son, I could definitely do that shit. There's not many men who can do that.
Yeah.
How many people, their first knee-jerk reaction is 911? But then those same fucking clowns are talking about toxic masculinity. You phone a toxic masculine man to come and save your fucking ass, bro. Why didn't you just sort your shit out first?
Exactly.
Shit's crazy to me, man.
I don't want to butcher the story, but there's a story that comes to mind when you said that, when it comes to being in shape enough to be able to take care of your family, protect your family, save them. There was a story, and somebody watching might be able to correct me in the comments and tell me what actually happened. But essentially what happened was there was a son that was in danger on top of a cliff or something. The dad came over to come and help him. Or it was a building, something where there was people at the bottom like looking at this happen. and he got there in time to grab his son, but he wasn't strong enough to lift him up, and he actually ended up not letting him go purposely, but he couldn't bring him up. He fell, and then obviously kid passed away, and it was this big thing, whatever. And so obviously really sad for the kid. That's like the part where it's like, damn, man, like he lost his life. But being the dad, like living on from that, bro, I might as well be dead inside. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You are dead inside.
Yeah.
There is no coming back from that.
Right.
Where you actually have to face yourself and look at yourself and go, I didn't have it in me to pull my son up and save his life. And at that point as well, you're so fueled with adrenaline and you're still not strong enough. I've seen like women pick up cars. There's YouTube videos where women will literally pick up a car to save their kid.
It's nice.
And that guy with all of the adrenaline couldn't pull his kid up and save his life.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll never be in that position.
It couldn't be me, man. That's exactly like you said. We can't let that happen, to us. So we're not, obviously. But the same for the people watching.
Yeah.
You can't be that person. And you obviously, most people think like, dude, that would never happen to me, and I would never be in that situation. Like that's such a 1.1% like thing. But it can happen, Brand. It can happen.
Shit happens every day.
Don't get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the people that are the most complacent that it ends up happening to.
Yeah.
Like I'd say to my wife all the time, I'm like, how many cars are behind you? How long has that car been behind you? Yeah. Those kind of things. Because you only have to miss once. And all of a sudden some fucking weird freaky guy knows where you live. And then my kid is shit at locking the front door. Like literally. I don't understand it. It blows my fucking mind. I literally lose my shit on him on a daily basis. Like it's unbelievable. But I'm like, bro, you unlock the door. Can you not just lock it again?
Yeah.
Because literally if I'm not home, that's the only thing keeping someone bad on the other side of that doorway. Like just flick a switch.
Exactly.
But like if my wife is not present enough to know that someone's following her or whatever, and next minute she rolls up at home, now that guy knows where we live, the front door's open, and he just rolls in. Like that can happen to fucking anyone. And then imagine I'm at home and I can't do anything about someone in my house. And I watch whatever plays out, play out. How do you live with yourself at that? Knowing that you were not in a position to save your wife, your daughter, your son, anyone.
Right.
Let alone yourself.
Right.
But you have the audacity to jump on a call with someone who can get you in that shape and tell them, yeah, but it's because I'm saving the fucking whales.
Well, so going back to that point, because going back to what you originally said when this idea came from being on sales calls with these different guys, what is the response usually when you tell them that? Like because their response, their objections might be some of the things that people are thinking watching this video.
It's always excuses. And then it always comes back to time, energy, effort, finances. And it's like, I don't know about you, I don't have the time to work out. I make the time every day. There's a reason I have to be up at stupid o'clock in the morning. I don't have the time between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. to gym. So I have to go before that or after that. I create the time. It's like, I can't afford not to work out. Because I know when I don't work out, I'm a very, very miserable motherfucker.
Right.
Like I have to get a lot of energy and aggression out, and I do that in the workouts. So I feel like you get to a point, Layden, where you just see everything as excuses or results. And there's very little gray area where the gray actually exists. It's like, oh, you don't have time? You work 9 to 5, man. You can't work out and you work 9 to 5, really? That's what's holding you back? Oh, you can't make better food choices. You can't drink water rather than Coca-Cola. That's what's going to hold you back. Oh, Byron, I have to drink my soda every day. Why do you have to? It's a habit. It's not defining you. It's not who you are. You're making that choice.
Right.
Sure, have your soda. Have 1 soda and have 6 cups of water. Not 6 sodas and no water. It doesn't make sense. So every time it boils back down to excuses, justifications. I mean, I put up a thing on Instagram the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but one guy said to me, oh, I don't need Battle Ready. I'm already 135 pounds and 11% body fat. What the fuck could Battle Ready do for me?
He said what? 135?
I'm like, bruv, are you fucking kidding me? I would use a 135-pound man as a weapon in a room. I would use him to fuck up the big guy.
I can only imagine your response to that.
I didn't even know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to communicate with you.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because if you think 135 is dangerous, we are not even on the same page.
Right.
Like you weigh 1 3/4 of my son.
Right.
Like two of my sons morphed together. I'm still not fucking scared of him.
Right.
Like you walk into a room and you see a 250-pound guy who's peeled out and a 135-pound guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's also peeled out. Good for him. He's shredded as fuck. Which guy are you immediately going to think is the most dangerous in the room?
The obvious.
The big guy.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, if shit kicks down, I'm going to have to hit him with the baseball bat or hit him with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But that big motherfucker's got to go down because otherwise I'm up
sure.
shit creek.
Yep.
At no point is 135 dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, take that one step further. I'm a bad man and I'm a criminal and that's how I make a living. And I see a guy and his wife and the guy's 135 pounds. And then I see you and your wife. What are you, 160, 175?
170, yeah.
170. I'm going to fuck with the 135-pound guy because I don't want to have to handle you because you're more of a threat. I don't understand how guys don't see this though. Like maybe it's because I come from a third world and I come from a very dangerous place where it's ingrained in us to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've literally watched this play out while I was walking the streets of London. I didn't live in a very good place to start with because I was broke as fuck.
Yeah.
But I watched when I started getting fitter, healthier, stronger, guys that would steal cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
They would ride past you on their bike and they would snatch a phone. I watched guys go around me and take the guy's phone behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to fuck with me and find out. It's pretty like that whole fuck around, find out
That's
thing.
exactly what it is.
Bro, so like, at what point do you just stop believing your own bullshit and the fact that all of your excuses matter? Because they don't.
Mm-hmm.
When the shit hits the fan, you have to take a long, hard look in the mirror and go, could I have avoided that? And 9.9 times out of 10, you could have if you showed up the right way and you looked the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I know that someone will attack me and my family if the family behind me's dad is more jacked than me.
Right.
He's going to do the math in his head. He's going to go, I don't want to fuck with that guy because he's bigger. So I'm going to take that guy instead.
Yeah.
It's just how the world works. I know how dangerous people think. I know how fucking criminals think. I grew up around them my whole life. They're opportunists.
Mm-hmm.
They take path of least resistance. And if you're a 135-pound guy,
Yeah.
there is no, that's not even resistance at that
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
I will run you down and not break a sweat.
Mm-hmm. Beyond that, though, you build a reputation too. Like, for example, I told you I was with Andrew before I came over here.
Yeah.
And we were talking about working out. And he talked about how he hates working legs. And so anyways, any guys out there who don't like working legs, you got to work your legs, bro. Nobody wants to see your chicken legs and you look like it doesn't look good. So work your legs out. But we were talking about, or he was talking about how he doesn't like working legs. And he's like, yeah, I got to start doing that more. He's like, do you like Byron? Byron's legs? And he started talking about you, right? And so it builds a reputation. When you carry yourself a certain way, you look like you work hard and you have the results. It's just, you can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another example right there. That happens all the time.
Yeah. Dude, and that's kind of like, it gets to a point where exactly that. I want to build a reputation where I walk into a room and straight away without me saying a word, people are like, I don't want to fuck with him. I don't want to know what he's capable of, so I'm just going to kind of stay on sides.
Mission accomplished, bro. You look like Bowser coming in here, bro. You're like, I ain't messing with this dude. Nah, I'm good.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Because if anything was going to kick off, now it's not. Good times. Happy days. Versus if I looked like I was a potential person that you could fuck around and find out with, like, that's exactly what would happen. And then now I find myself in these sticky situations that I don't want to be in. And I have to do shit I don't want to do. So to avoid that, I just go to the gym every day. I watch what I put in my face. And I fucking work on my discipline and my consistency. And then all of a sudden, yeah, you can throw some ink on your arms and you can do some stuff to make yourself look a little bit more like of a deterrent, because that's all this is, in all honesty. Like, I think I told you this one time where I was like, bro, I just imagined, like, who would I not want to fuck around with? A tattooed guy that's big as hell and potentially bald, but I got like a very good set of hair. Like,
you're good.
We're not going bald anytime soon.
You're
bro,
good.
So we're not fucking running that.
I wish I had those genes, but
right?
It didn't,
but you got
get that.
you got a
know what I'm saying?
magnificent beard. I can't.
That's
do
what I
that.
made up for. Yeah, I was thankful for that. At least I got that.
Yeah, you got your beard game
Could be
strong.
bald on my head and my face.
I get this little piece here, and then when it gets too long, it grows at it looks like I'm constantly in the wind. I don't like it, bro. It's
you're like,
shitty.
nah.
I'm like, fuck that.
Nah.
So we keep it short.
Yeah.
It's just, this is as good as it gets for me.
It's clean.
But like, I had a vision in my head, and I'm like, okay, tattooed guy, big, like commands a lot of space in a room. That guy's not going to get bullied. That guy's not going to get fucked with. So I created that. So we get tattoos, we get bigger, we get stronger, we occupy more space. And now it's like, okay, cool, we're happy with that.
All intentional.
Yeah. But this whole like, I'm going to circle back to the original points because we've kind of riffed off and let's bring it back. Like, I think it's very naive and hypocritical to talk about wanting to save something else or someone else when you can't even do it yourself. It's like a fucking fat fireman running into a building to save someone and then someone having to run in after him to save him because he's unconditioned.
Right.
Like, that's not.
Or you see those videos too of bad guys running away and the cops jumping out of their car and they're jumping out and they're big as hell. I'm like, bro, like not big swole, but like big, like bad swole. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, like you ain't running after nobody, man. Like you're winded.
Right.
They try and jump over the fence. It ain't happening. Right. So yeah, man, you definitely, you can't save yourself or you can't save anybody else before you save yourself.
Right.
So case in point right there.
Yeah. You have to run a mile. If you can't do it, you can't save someone at the other end of that mile.
Yeah.
So let's just figure out how we get you to a place where you're, my definition of like healthy, I've reiterated this on multiple calls with the Battle Ready guys, is being like a hybrid athlete. Because you can look like Ronnie Coleman, right? But the dude can't fucking run. He's not functional. He looks fantastic. Like the dude looks like a human wrecking ball and has to go through double doors because he's that fucking wide. That's cool. But if he had to run a mile to save someone, he's banging trouble. I don't want to be that. I want to be that hybrid athlete where if I had to run, I can do it. If I had to scale a wall, I can do it. If I had to, I don't know, rip a car door off, I could do it. That to me is what it, like the epitome of being a good father is. And then once you hit that status, it's like, how can you improve on it every single day?
100%.
And you improve on it every day by doing the fucking work that it takes to remain that hybrid athlete and the consistency that it takes, because that then bleeds into everything else. And like, I bet you're a better father now that you're more jacked. And I bet you're a better husband now that you're more jacked because you're more fucking aware and you're more present with everything that you do.
I agree. I agree. It bleeds into every other area, like you just said, man. So what is the end message you want for these guys who are there in a place where, yeah, this sounds cool. Byron, I love what you're saying. Like, you know, you gave me the reality check. You called me a whale. I know I got to get in better shape. I got to fix my life. But what is the, like, you know, what's the last nail in the coffin to tell them, like, what could you tell them to get them actually going?
Do fucking something. It doesn't have to be Battle Ready. Like, Battle Ready will get you there and we'll time collapse and we'll do what we need to do with you to ultimately get you stacked and dialed in and disciplined and all that stuff. But like, there's nothing that any coaching program does that's that significantly different from the other. It's like, we will hold you more accountable. That's what we do. We will incorporate a lifestyle so that you can still do what you do on a daily basis and still work out and do all of that stuff. But if you just get into a gym and you train harder than you did yesterday, and you ate better than you did yesterday, I call it the 1% rule, because that's how, I didn't know much about this when I started. I was like, I'm just going to figure out a way where I can be 1% better today than I was yesterday. And if you consistently rinse and repeat that methodology, you can't not win. So I make 1% better food choices, 1% harder work in the gym. I'm 1% more disciplined, 1% more consistent. Holy fucking shit. Look at that. A year later, you go from being borderline 300 pounds to fucking 180 pounds and realizing that 180 pounds sucks.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, cool. Well, we did that. So now let's go from 180 pounds to 250 pounds. Oh, fuck. 250 pounds is heavy. It hurts the joints. It's not fun. Okay, cool. Now we go from 250 to 230. 230 is my sweet spot. I fucking love it, yeah. 9 to 12% body fat. 230, I can jump. I can fucking climb. I can do whatever I want. But it started with doing something. And then once you do that, you see what you don't know. Because you don't know what you don't know until you fucking get hit with it. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. This is good food. This is good water. This is good this. This is good that. Okay, cool. I'm going to do more of this, more of this, more of this, less of that. The end.
But you only learn that with action.
Action every day. Talk. Fuck, Layden, this could be I could go on for 45 minutes if we start talking about motherfucking talkers. These fucking clowns that start talking, holy shit, man. Fucking talk is cheap. But like, just take action. Stop talking. No one gives a fuck about what you have to say. Like, do the work, let your results speak on your behalf, and then when someone does need saving, you can fucking do something about it. And you don't have to phone 911 and look like a bitch. Oh, someone's in my house. You can't handle that shit on your own? The only reason I'm going to phone 911 if someone's in my house is because there's 10 motherfuckers in my house.
Right.
And I run out of rounds.
There it is. That's
Right?
real. That's real.
Or I'm going to send them to come clean up.
Right.
I'm not phoning them to come save my fucking family.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There it goes, man. Woke him up. You heard the man. It's time to get after it, man. I appreciate you inviting me on and having
Thank
this
you for having me.
conversation because obviously it's good for them to hear, but I like just soaking up free game from you too, man. So I appreciate it. Appreciate
you're
it,
most
man.
welcome, dude.
Another good episode.
And I love the fact that you touched on the fact that you don't have to be a whale. Like, you can be skinny too. And it's a problem that's all around. Like, you want to be you want to have a certain look. I want to have a certain look. Either way, like, whether we come from my side, which was the fat side, or your side where you were the skinny side. Like, bro, without being like a dick, when you were like at your leanest and your smallest, did you have to jump around the shower to get wet? Because you were skinny as a motherfucker.
Bro, yeah, I was super small, man. I didn't realize I was that small, though. I thought I was cool. I was like, oh, yeah, this is cool, you know? Hell no. No freaking way. Especially you do the before and after. I'm like, oh, I was Snoop Dogg out here,
Right?
man. That ain't happening no more.
You're skinny as fuck. But,
You know?
I mean, like, now you occupy space. You command respect when you walk into a room. It's fucking awesome. I love that shit.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate your help.
Yeah, let's put a ball in this thing. At the end of the day, you cannot save someone else if you can't save yourself. It takes you having the awareness to know that you need to save yourself first. If you think you're in good condition, have a good hard look in the mirror. You could be in better condition. You could be 11% body fat. 9%'s better. Like, okay, you could be 9% body fat, but you could be 10% stronger. So at the end of the day, the answer is always get stronger, get fitter, get leaner, get healthier.
Yep.
Because you can always do better. You can always be better. 1% better every single fucking day. Rinse, repeat. And the level of confidence that comes with that shit is untouched. It's immeasurable because it gets to a point where it's like, dude, I know I can fucking handle myself. Because I've faced adversity. I've faced shit every single day. I've gone to battle with my demons every fucking day and won. This entire 2020, fucking entire last year, went to battle with myself every fucking day and won. I can't even stop me anymore. So who the fuck out there can? That's where I want these guys to get to. I want to get guys to the point where they're like, bro, I can't even stop me anymore. Now you're a fucking human steam train that's got no brakes. Run it.
I'm talking about, dude. Cash money. I love it.
If you guys like today's episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Cheers for now.